Hey, Impact Church. Welcome back to another week of healthy discipleship. This week we are talking about being a healthy social disciple, talking about our social health. And you and I were built for social community. We were designed to be in community. In fact, as a church, one of our favorite sayings is that we are better together. And you even go back throughout Bible history, you go back all the way to creation. In fact, God actually, the first thing that he condemned was solitude. You see, Adam was in the garden by himself, and God said, "It's not good for man to be alone." And he created a suitable partner for him. And you look all throughout scripture, and you see that David had Jonathan. You saw Paul and Barnabas together. You see Moses and Aaron, and so on and so forth. We were meant for community to be together. And some may say, well, I've got 1,000 followers on Instagram, or I've got 800 friends on Facebook, or I have 10 group chats going on right now, all at the same time. But we've also never been more lonely as a culture, that a lot of people have said that they feel so lonely and so isolated. And it affects our overall health when we are lonely. There's a study that came out very recently from the United States Surgeon General that connected loneliness to the physical body and the health effects that it has. In fact, he said that loneliness has the same effect on the human body as smoking 12 cigarettes every single day. And the risk of premature death has increased by 30% for those who would call themselves in a state of loneliness. And as healthy disciples, it's important that we create healthy relationships in our lives, but with the right people. I heard a quote that says, "Show me your friends and I'll show you your future." And it is so true. The Bible even takes it one step further. In Proverbs 13, verse 20, says, "Whoever walks with the wise becomes wise, but the companion of fools suffers harm." So who we allow access into the depths of our lives is so very important. And that's why I want to share with you today 5 types of social relationships that I believe every believer should have in order to be a healthy disciple socially. And number 1 is a truth teller. We need to cultivate relationships in our lives with people who will tell us the things that we don't want to hear and ask us the questions we don't want asked, but we need them to tell us those things, and we need them to ask us those things in order to keep us accountable. We need someone who we can trust, that will lovingly tell it like it is. So who in your life can be a truth teller? And the second relationship that we should have in our lives are teachers. There are people in this life that are smarter than us, that are further down on the road than we are, and we can learn from their experience. A lot of people often say that experience is the best teacher, yet it can be very expensive in our lives when we mess up. But we often learn from other people's experiences so that we don't have to learn it the hard way. So really the best teacher is someone else's experience. So who in your life can be a teacher? And the third social relationship we should have in our life is trustees. Someone you can have a confidential, candid conversation with, someone who can listen and maybe counsel you, but you know that when you have that conversation, it's not going anywhere. It's someone that you can openly bare your heart to. So who in your life can be a trustee? And number 4 is we should also have Timothys in our lives. We said Paul had a Timothy, and it was someone who he trained and who he developed and who he released. And as disciples, we should always be pouring into the next generation. So let me ask you, who is next? And who is the next generation? You see, the worldly mindset would say, I want to grow myself. But a kingdom mindset says, I want to grow other people. So who in your life can be a Timothy that you can pour into? And finally, number 5, we should have tank fillers in our lives. These are people who can encourage us and speak life into us. In Deuteronomy 3, verse 28 says, "Go commission Joshua." God says to Moses, "Strengthen him and encourage him." The Lord commanded Moses to be an encourager. There are many encouragers in the Bible, and we all need that encouragement of someone who can speak life and prophetically lift us up. So who in your life can be a tank filler? Now, it's so important that we surround ourselves with these types of people that will help build us up, help encourage us, help challenge us, and keep us accountable as well, so that we can be healthy disciples. And coming back to that original quote, said, "Show me your friends and I will show you your future." And as we grow, church, in our social health, we will be able to live like Jesus and love like Jesus, so we can become healthy disciples to transform our world. Bless you guys.